Yo, what the deal? What the deal, people? What the dealio? What the dealio? Yo, your fucking boy Broner is such a fucking clown. Yeah, I am. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself calling that guy your favorite fighter. I just saw the thing on Cameron today. Wow. Why the fuck is nobody in here, by the way? Oh, the alert didn't go out. Oh, let me do Discord. Let me do Discord. That should help. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. All right. At everybody. I'm live now on YouTube. There we go. That should help. That should help. Broner is a clown. Talk, motherfucker, talk. Relly, what up? Yeah, I don't know why there's crickets up in this bitch, but there is. Fucked if I know. Fucked if I know. The alert didn't go out. So let's try this. When the alert doesn't go out, that affects me. So I'm going to do another one. It's going to give people a 30-minute stream, 30-minute warning. All right, that's how we usually do it. Let's see, for 2:20. 2:25. There we go. So that should give people an alert stream, so they'll jump in. All right. Where you at? Where's everybody at? Where they 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 at? I'm a bad boy. Talk to me. Anyway, what do you think about Bud versus Eubank? Nah. Nah. I don't think that's a fight that Bud would take. Plus, Bomac trains Eubank, so how's that going to fucking work? You know what I mean?
I agree entirely, Marco. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why. In fact, what the fuck is Eubank? What's legacies there? What the fuck does that dude ever done that anybody cares about?
Where is Eubank? He's there to fight Conor Benn again?
Yes, he's fighting Conor Benn again. According to Mick, back home, Conor's the more popular one of the two. So why the fuck, he's not like he's going to get more money.
Mick's not in England. How the fuck would he know?
He's Scottish. He's British.
Yeah, but Scotland and England are very different places with different fan bases and different kind of people.
Well, different Scotland. Culture. Well, no. Ireland, yes, because they don't like the Brits. They don't like British people. But Scottish and British are more aligned, from what I can tell. But that's just me. Maybe you're right. I could be wrong.
Well, we could ask Mick. The problem is we don't know what the fuck he's saying.
I feel like yeah, Marco. I guess he's got a Scottish buddy, by the way, that he's got calling into TBV as well. And
really?
He joined the Discord last night. Yeah. So we might have another Scottish panelist.
Fucking Marco. They both talk. Don't they both sound like they don't have one toot in their mouth between the two of them?
No, his buddy actually sounds a little clearer. His buddy sounds like Mick. His buddy sounds like Mick, but like off a perk.
Like not drunk.
Don't understand. Yeah, exactly. He's like hella fucking relaxed and shit, like he's on one.
Fucking Mick. Fucking Mick. Okay. Bud obliterates Eubank by stoppage in 10.
I agree. That fight's not competitive at all. Not to shit on Eubank, but I mean, it's like I said, he hasn't really accomplished much in the sport for us to be hailing him like he's a challenge.
Right. I mean, Eubank's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's not Bud level. You know? I'll say that. What do you think about Bud?
I'm still...
Huh?
I'm still campaigning for Bud versus Benavidez, man. I think that's a really realistic fight. If Canelo and Bud was crazy...
You're cutting out. You're cutting out. You're cutting out. We didn't hear you. Don't hear you. Yeah, he's gone. Yan, why aren't you talking? You at work? What's going on? Cookie Head Jenkins. Bud has said Benavidez is too big. That may be as well, but okay.
He said the same thing about Canelo 2 years ago, when then Bill Haney was like, check it out, player. Peep game. So what do you say? Let me push the P real quick. And he talked him into it.
Peep game. That's what CJ says. Did you see the thing with Broner on Cameron's show?
Oh yeah, that was sad, man. Like
he was
fucking... I want to laugh at the guy.
He was blasted.
Yeah, it was like there's funny drunk being on a radio show like back in the Howard Stern days, but that was like too much. Like he was just sloppy drunk, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I think it was a morning interview.
Yeah, and it was like, damn, like bro, chill out. Like he was about, it was for real getting kind of creepy. Like I was like, please don't reach into your pants. Like I get it, she's hot, she's you're drunk, but like bring it down, dude. Like from what I can tell, he was doing it, since they started the show, which is kind of weird. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I heard she's Kai Cenat's girlfriend. Is that true?
Oh, I have no idea. But either way, I mean, even if she wasn't, that's still fucking pretty
her
weird,
boyfriend was there, whoever he is. Who is Kai Cenat dating? Is it this girl? Let's see.
Her name is Treasure World or something like that. Treasure something?
Stat?
They call her Stat? Well, her nickname is Stat, I think.
No, he's dating a girl named Gabrielle Aaliyah.
Yeah, no. I assume she's Treasure something. Treasure. Her first name is Treasure.
Stack or Stat?
I thought it was Stat because she's like the Stat girl because they do sport. But her real name, her given name, is like Treasure something.
Let's see who her boyfriend is. Is anybody we know? Treasure World Stat. Who is she dating? I don't know if I wrote that right. Treasure Star Baby Wilson.
There you go. Treasure Wilson, not Treasure World. Jesus.
Right. Some fans suspect she might have a relationship with Chris next door, whoever the fuck that is.
I assumed it was like the producer or something, or like bodyguard or something, because Cam made it sound like they were gonna, if he doesn't stop, he might not get out of there alive. You know what I mean? Like fuck.
Nah, I mean he was being real nice to him, and then when he left, he was like, "Oh, fuck that drunk ass, whatever. He's an alky." I didn't want to. He kind of shit on him after he left.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. Like, Marco, if I came on here and I started doing that, and I would expect you to react the same way. Like, if I was on here and Jackie was on the panel, I'm like, hey, baby, how them tits are like, acting crazy and shit. Like, that's not cool. He's making it weird. And it's not like that lady's like, oh, she's the intern. Like, she's like a fucking co-host. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I get it, but just like, he perceived himself, portrayed himself very kind of like he's his friend. Like, yo, no, I don't want any problems with you. You know, maybe even pat him on the back, but you got to go. You know, I don't want you. You can't keep violating my. And then when he left, he like turned it into like fuck him and all that. It's like
it's fucking junkie.
Yeah, fucking junkie. Fuck him. It's like okay, but maybe he was a little didn't want to say anything to you.
Yeah, he's de-escalating. Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, he might have been able to beat Bronner up at that stage. Bronner looked pretty fucking inebriated.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. Like that was kind of sad. Yeah, like he straight up just pulled out a stack and just like threw some money at him and like fuck off.
And what's with that? What is with that goofy shit? He really has to pull out some woman's purse and have cash on him, like.
I think that's the trend now, Marco. Like when you see guys like rappers with purses and stuff, that is what it is. They're carrying around money.
Yeah, but he's my age. Like, why is he doing this current guy like style shit?
I don't know, man. They got to keep their finger on the pulse, bro. That's what they got to do. Stay relevant.
I'm never carrying around a leather satchel with fucking cash in it ever. Plus, everything's electronic these days. Yeah, Cash App you. You know, like handing them cash. I felt like that was more just for the show. Like, I got cash. Here you go.
It almost felt like he was kind of sunning him. Like I said, like, yeah, here, fuck off. Like,
no, whatever, I don't think so. I think he was more saying, I'm going to pay you, but go. Because he didn't want Broner to be like, you better pay me for my time, kind of thing. Since his kid.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's the vibe I got from it. But anyway, I thought he handled it great until the very end. Then I was like, oh, you didn't have to say all that. Like, I would have been like, look, I like him. He's our friend, but obviously he's had too much to drink. And like, I would have kept it with what it was. I would have said, fuck him. He's an alkie or a druggie or whatever. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't. There needs to be a 30 for 30, or was it 30 by 30? Whatever that ESPN. There needs to be an ESPN documentary on the rise and fall of Adrian Broner because this needs to be studied. It's actually strange because Marco, there's been tons of fighters that have great falls of grace. I don't think there's been one as embarrassing and as public as Adrian Broner's.
We'll have Yayan at the end of the documentary just crying.
Yeah, we'll just have him in the stands, just a single tear, like the recycling Indian.
I see it different. I see it more like a sloppy toddler cry, like that's how I would see Yayan crying, like just sloppy, because he's very distraught by this. He loves himself some Broner.
I know, dude, and he's supposed to fight like in a month or something like that. Like, that's crazy.
Clarissa might be right. So you think he was being disingenuous, Clarissa, just trying to make it go viral?
Ooh, that's a good point, Clarissa. Yeah. See, these guys are really savvy, Marco. That's what I mean. Like, they know what they're doing, bro.
Yeah.
They know.
You don't love no man, watch my lips? You really had to use the word lips after saying you don't love a man? You want to talk about dude's lips? Come on, Yayan. Fucking guy. What are you working?
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm driving across town to an emergency. It's probably something dumb, but.
So what? You're just on the car all day, and then they dispatch you where you need to go?
Yeah, pretty much. That's part of it. I just fixed some little old lady.
All right, you cut out again. Something you banged an old lady? What? You there? Hello? Hello? No, you're gone? All right. I don't love no man, Marco. I already read that. Cookie head. Who's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be Mike Tyson and who? You? Broner got violated by Pacquiao. No, he didn't. That fight was close. Okay, Pacquiao definitely won, but the fight was not a domination. I disagree with that narrative. I thought Broner put up a good fight for himself against Pacquiao. He didn't win, but...
Yeah, he was an old Pacquiao who's like, at that point, he was kind of like a master boxer.
But it wasn't a total shutout. I don't think it was a total shutout.
No. I can't think of many fights where Broner was totally shut out. He just never did enough to win. That was right. That's like the trope, right? If he just lets his hands go, well, motherfucker, he doesn't. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, Aiden yesterday. That was funny. I go, so we're like, do you kick it to girls? He's like, no. But if I'm being totally honest, he was at a party, and I'm like, yo, are you kicking it to mad girls? He goes, no. But if I'm being totally honest, he even said honest twice, which hooked me. There was this guy there, and I was like, what?
No, he didn't say that. He said, I met this guy, and then took a pause.
Yeah, and we're like, what's happening here?
It's like, wait, what?
Sure, hey, man, Jersey's liberal.
Poor Aiden. He's such a good white kid.
Yeah, he's super white. I know I'm white, but he's super white. Broner won 4 rounds. Damn, and that's Yayan saying that? Where's everybody?
I mean, that's not bad. Like, what do you mean? That dude was like Pacquiao's. If God forbid, if Roberto Duran dies tomorrow, he's probably like the best living boxer ever, like that exists right now. Like walking the plane of existence. He's like a living legend. Going 4-8 is not crazy. Like,
no, it's not.
Jesus, look how Pacquiao looked like with Barrios, and he's fucking ancient now. Fought the guy to the draw. Some people think he got robbed.
Well, I don't think Barrios was really trying very hard. I think Barrios was showing way too much respect in that fight.
I agree, but that's part of it, right? You got to go out there and be fucking like Trevor Burbick. Go out there and punish this old dude.
Yeah,
that's not fair. But hey, it's boxing, tough sport. Even Holmes, even Holmes were fucking jabbing all these fucking head off, and that was his homie. That was his fucking boss, for Christ's sake.
True. Adrian Bumpy Jones.
Yeah, that's my real name.
Why you got the crazy Looney Tunes on in the background?
Oh, because I got the kiddos here, man.
Okay, that shit's mad loud.
See that one? That one.
Okay.
They're in the building.
Okay. I feel you. Everyone is busy watching Broner getting kicked out clip. I mean, they didn't air it, right? They just released that information separately?
Nah, they aired it. Walked him right out of there. He was like, "Stab baby, I need you." Then he started talking to Arabia. Oh, Arabia. Now the dude's her boyfriend is in the studio while he doing this, and Cam already tells him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Cam said, "You know what, AB, you gotta go." He like, "Nah, I'm sorry." He said, "Nah, I already told you." So he pulled his purse out, his purse, and he pulled out like 5 bones or something, paid AB, hugged him, and walked him out the studio.
Nah, Jackie, I've not spoken about it just yet. I don't really care about that fight.
Yeah, what I found funny about that clip was that, at least in the ones I saw, there looks like there's like an edit between where he tells him to stop doing it and he does it and then he starts apologizing. So I wonder if he might have said some other crazy shit, you know. And then that was really, and like, and if we heard that part, then that makes their response a little less, you know,
not falling asleep.
Extreme.
He did. Cam actually, he says it on the clip. He says the unedited or the edited versions will be put out later today. And they put out another one where Cam like goes off when AB gets up out of there, like he cussing and all types of stuff. So
yeah, I wonder why. Like, he seemed cool. Like, I guess it's a waste. I don't know. It's annoying. I mean, I get that.
Well, he kept trying to holler at his girl in front of, Cam's partner is her boyfriend, and he's in the studio doing his job while somebody keep trying to holler at his girl. And it wasn't like just a few times; it was like excessive. So he like, man, and he had already told him like, yo, chill out, B. You know, you were funny about the first 10 times, literally. It ain't funny on the 15th.
Yeah.
You got to go.
I mean, besides that part, like he started to actually try to have a conversation, and he was like, "So what do you think of the welterweight division?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," like he's so obviously, like, even if he wasn't doing that, he's so obviously too fucking hammered to like even carry a conversation.
Yeah, yeah. And then when he asked him about Floyd, that's when he got all like.
He got sensitive about that. You know, he also what kind of upset me. AB looked like he was either like he was on cocaine.
Nah, I would say liquor.
Yeah, tipsy. And Cam mentioned, he said, so money in the beer. So I'm thinking he was tipsy.
I mean, he was fucking up that piece of gum. I don't know. That piece of gum was that piece of gum was probably powder by the time he was done with it. So I wouldn't put it past him that he was putting some shit up his nose. So I mean, it's pretty obvious. Hey, he pulled an all-nighter in Vegas, guys. Like, let's be real. He's been drunk at that point. That's probably 10 hours into a binge.
Probably.
What's troubling to me is that it's so obvious the issue he has, and the solution is very very obvious. It's like, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if I haven't seen anybody else say this, but like, why isn't he join? Like, he's had these promotional problems with Don King, right? PBC doesn't fuck with him anymore. That Ellerby dude dropped him. Floyd doesn't fuck with him. His little nephew Tank is the only guy who'll throw him a fucking bone. It's super obvious. He should be at Pro Box. Like, they have a fucking rehab facility. Didn't they rehab Jojo Diaz? Yeah, there's a rehab facility next to the Plant City place. Yeah. So like that Jojo Diaz guy came out of there. The Pro Box basically built him back up, and look, he fucking put on a great performance against the Prograis, and now everybody thinks he's, some people had him winning that fight.
Damn.
So I think that's the move, man. He needs to go to Pro Box.
Why would a place have a rehab facility?
I think it once was a rehab facility, like the grounds, and then they purchased it, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" I think they have like dormitories and shit there, like like Catskill style, like that, where fighters stay and train and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I'll ask Johnny, because I recall that Gary Jonas guy doing an interview. It was either on TVV or maybe with Johnny, where he was talking about it, and he was talking about not just big, guys that we know, but like other fighters that they have that have used their rehab facilities or something like that. So
they need that too, because a lot of fighters. Number one, a lot of fighters use coke to cut weight, but when you get addicted to it, it's like, all right, now you're useless. So you done messed it all up. So they definitely need.
You think he's on?
That. Huh?
You think he's on coke?
It's a good possibility. I'm hoping it was just alcohol, because I done seen him get inebriated before, but I'm hoping that's all it was. But the way he was acting, he was kind of spacey a little bit.
Yeah.
So that would be a sad end for Broner.
He was acting crazy.
Broner, you become the problem, literally. We need you cleaned up, homie. We need you cleaned up. We cannot be doing that.
And this right after that to come back.
I know, bro. He himself said, "I'm dedicating myself 100% to boxing. I'm gonna make a comeback." And I'm like, fool me once, but shame on me, shame on you, right? So I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't think he has it in him to make a comeback. I mean, not a successful one, at least.
He's targeting 140. So if he can make, now here's the thing: if he comes to 140, he's got people he's probably punked in the gym. You got T.O., you got Devin, you got you know what I'm saying? You got a slew of people who in and out of the ring, and you kind of like they senior. So if he actually gets in real shape, he could do something, but I can't trust AB to do that. I can't trust him to do that.
Yeah. 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 Not good.
That was my pit stop. Let me go take this young lady to work. I'll see y'all gentlemen shortly.
Peace.
Yeah, I mean, even as a Broner fan, how the fuck are you supposed to trust this dude to even show up, right? Like, I mean, you were at the Ryan Garcia Haney fight, right? You were there live.
Yeah, I was.
Man, dude, that is one of my biggest regrets is not going to that and for the same reason, that's why I bring it up. I was so fucking pumped, and I remember the day the tickets dropped. Literally, the exact minute the tickets dropped, I was ready to fucking punch the thing. I saw Ryan go viral for doing some crazy ass dumb shit, and I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna fucking,
What did he do?
I'm not gonna waste.
So crazy.
I don't even remember. I think he went viral. Like he posted a clip of like him being drunk or acting stupid or something, and I'm sure he thought in his head, oh, we're gonna fucking get good ticket sales out of this. But I was like, why the fuck? I'm not risking the money to go, and then I end up having to see Devin Haney fight fucking Prograis again or something. Like, fuck that.
Yeah. Fucking Broner. Broner. I wish Yain was joining us in this conversation, but he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, that might be a strategic maneuver there.
You think? Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Yain, if you're listening to this, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
No,
I might, Jackie. I might. Well, actually, I don't even know because apparently, according to the USA Today, MVP, what is it? They retracted their whatever to have it in Georgia.
Maybe because
something like
Georgia
that
won't approve it.
Well, what I read in the article was that the Georgia State Athletic Commission was supposed to have like some arbitration meeting where all the commissioners, I think it's 5 of them, were going to meet and they would take a vote, and they would need obviously a 3-vote majority to let it go. And apparently the chair of the commission is like super against the exhibition. So that might be why they were just like, you know what? Just instead of having to go through like all the political rigmarole, fuck it. Like let's just pull out. So I don't know if I'm going. Well, to me, the only reason I wanted to go because I've never been to a fight in Atlanta. And I was like, well, fuck it. I mean, this might be Tank's last go around, so might as well. But if they're gonna put it in like MSG or Puerto Rico or some shit, fuck that. I ain't going for that.
CJ, why are you puking? What's going on? You got a stomach bug? I hate stomach bugs.
Hey, he said he pulled an all-nighter. He said he pulled an all-nighter after Canelo to watch Inoue, and now he's fucking sick, bro. Probably caught the COVID.
We shouldn't make you puke. What's up, Mac?
Aye, all good, Marco, yeah?
I'm good too, Mac, yeah?
Aye, sad for Broner.
You're sad for Broner? I don't believe you.
No, I am, because, like, he's now at a stage where he's probably got... To come out of addiction, you really need to want to change, but you also need to be really either right at the very end, but you also need to have people to believe in you as well. And I think Adrian Broner's running out of people to believe in him. You still have to have something to lose, but you still need people to believe in you. And sadly, I think everything Adrian Broner has is kind of slowly slipping through his fingers. And it could be another sad case of suicide or something like that.
Oh, I hope not.
But that's what happens, Marco, yeah?
You can.
That is sad, and it's the hardest thing yet. Like, I understand he's saying, oh, I want to put everything into boxing, do this 5 years, but that's just to deflect away from everything else.
Yeah.
But I think I'm sure I read somewhere he had like a huge court case coming up, like a grand jury, federal jury or something.
Who does?
Brona
Oh.
for robbing basketball players playing dice.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
That's going to be. I don't know.
That's gonna be wow. Yeah, he could millions.
Forget millions. I mean, they might throw him in the pokey.
That's what I'm saying because it's when
when
it's over a certain amount of money, it becomes federal, right, or something.
Oh shit, maybe I didn't even think of that.
Because he's not going to have anything to pay it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, it makes me think it makes me think this whole entire thing kind of precipitated because somebody kind of snitched him out, so he might be fucked one way or the other. I don't know if he's gonna be able to wiggle his way out of this one, Batman.
yeah.
It was too stupid because he was showing people how to cheat, how he was doing it, and it was all called, he was doing it on streams and
Yeah.
tracking wherever. So, and then the basketball players, I'm sure I read somewhere it was about 18 million.
I read more like 4, but let's see.
I may be wrong, and I may be totally wrong in that. It could be right,
Let's
but
see.
I'm sure it was a big number.
How much did Adrian Broner steal in dice games from NBA players?
I can't even remember who the players were. There's
Six.
no one John Wall.
It says about 6.5 million.
Oh.
That's fucking nuts.
1.5 million from a current star, and then 5 million from former stars. A
I think
star.
the big one was John Wall, I think.
Who?
John Wall, Washington.
I
So
don't
it was
know
the guy
who
who
that
played
is.
for Washington. That's the big one. I don't know much about basketball. I'm sure the guy's name is John Wall.
Never heard of him. That's crazy. What a fucking crackhead. Like, isn't that crazy? You're going hiking later today? Okay. Enjoy.
Marco, I thought you were into basketball, no?
Yeah, I love basketball. But I stopped watching it for like 10 years, and I just picked it back up, so there's certain players I don't know yet.
Guy's an All-Star, 5-time All-Star.
That was a pretty good ball player, Mick.
He still plays, I think. I'm sure. But, as I say, I don't know much about basketball.
You play basketball at all, Mo?
I do not, man. I don't. I mean, I played as a kid, but I fucking hated that shit.
Hmm. I used to love playing. I was a good shooter.
So, Marco, I'm
What's up?
actually looking at his Wikipedia. He was
Okay.
first picked in 2010. So you must have been into it then, if it's only 10 years.
What happened in 2010?
He was the first round draft pick, first number one.
Okay. Yeah, I stopped watching around by then already.
Alright. I couldn't get into basketball. I find it strange that they have nights off and things like that. Didn't play the certain amount of games, and so many games didn't mean nothing. And I understand that's the way that it works, but
Yeah. I don't know. Poor guy making the news for all the wrong reasons. You know? Crazy.
I don't. The talent that he would have had to get out of that, he's probably not got anywhere, and he's probably not got a chance to get in it back.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you had a lot of talent. Well, I'm gonna come right back. Hold it down for me. 1 second.
Mo, can you remember? Did he not go? Did he not become Crawford's manager for a point, or something like that, or did they go into Crawford's camp? Brona. Where's the Ion when you need him? Mo. Clarissa, how are you? How you been? I'm not seen you in a few days. Please say I like me.
What's up, Fun Truck? What's going on?
What's going on? Are you feeling better, bro?
Yes, but I think I got a second cold in a row. My son just got the second one. So I think this is back to back. Fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like super annoying. So, what can you do though? What can you do? Anyway. We're talking about Adrian Broner's antics.
Yeah.
He is
that fight with Blair Cobbs
mm-hmm.
Was frustrating too. He just kind of walked Blair Cobbs with the high guard, didn't throw any punches.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing I remember about him.
Yeah. No, for sure. He just got beat up. I mean, Cobbs is a pretty good fighter. He's another guy who's just been shelved.
Yeah, he's interesting, right? He's good, but not good enough to like break through.
Right. Well, I think he could beat some big guys. He just hasn't had any chances.
Yeah, now, yeah, for sure. And he's a good character in boxing. We need these boxers that are, willing to be charismatic on the mic.
Uh-huh.
He's a bit of a bullshitter, though, eh?
He's a bit of a what?
Bullshitter.
Bullshitter? I mean, he puts on a show. What's wrong with that?
I've never seen him fighting or things like that, and then I seen him on an interview. He's talking about being in Big Bear, and he was only so high, and he battered everybody in Big Bear, the number one sparrer in Big Bear. And I had a look, and he's fucking 30-odd-year-old. I was like,
I have a good fight for him. Him versus Ryan Garcia is a good fight.
Wait, who?
Ryan Garcia.
Cobbs?
No, but
Blair Cobbs.
I think he has
that is a good fight. That's a very good fight. Good thinking. I like that. I'd pay a nickel to see that.
I just don't think Ryan would fight Cobbs.
Why is that?
What's he get out of it?
A tune-up.
Maybe, but that's a pretty dangerous tune-up.
Didn't Blair start boxing late? I mean, no, Rolly did. That's why kind of give my flowers to Rollies for beating someone with a decorated amateur background like Ryan, starting late. That's one thing you have to take into boxing is when you see boxers that start later in life and become world champions and dominant world champions, lots of respect, because normally that's not the route.
Yeah. Yeah. Marco, a casual John Wall was that boy. Huh? Whatever.
Well, he was a casual. Marco, you were a casual.
In basketball?
Yeah. She said.
I was needing an answer for you, Yayon. See, what happened with was Crawford Bud's manager at a point, or the other way about? Or did they go into the camp or something like that? Broner went in. I'm sure Broner was Crawford's manager or something at a point.
No. Nah. Crawford's not part of that organization, man. He don't fuck with those PBC guys.
No, he was Broner was part of Crawford's team or whatever at some point. I'm positive.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so, champ. I don't think that's right. No, his manager was like forget what the dude's name was, but he was also manager for he passed away. He was Boots' manager as well. I think he was like some record producer guy or like some music industry guy.
Oh.
But no. I forget what his name was. He passed away though.
He certainly definitely had something to do with Crawford's camp.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can vaguely remember it, but yeah, only been Broner.
Yeah, he's our fucking
Yeah.
Broner expert. He should know all this shit.
Yeah, he
That's what I
refuses
was
to
waiting
jump in the
for.
fucking room. He
Yeah,
refuses
sorry,
to jump
Mick. I was talking to a customer, so I
know
couldn't
what it's
hop on
man.
at the minute.
Yeah,
Couldn't hear
that's
what you
what
were
oh, there
saying.
he is. There he is. There he is. Broner was all they big homie at a point. He's your big homie, maybe.
What didn't he find Tank?
Yes, that I'm aware of. I didn't know any of connection of with Bud though. I didn't know that. Could be
Oh,
wrong though.
he found Tank.
Yeah, I think he literally found him like on the street. No, I'm dead ass serious. That's his whole origin story, right? You think he was like
He was
sleeping at
panhandling.
the yes, like he was sleeping at the gym as a kid,
No.
something like that.
Aye, that's true. That is true.
Mick, you got one of your buddies calling in? One of your Scottish buddies calling in TVE?
And I didn't know him until he called in and he was talking to me through Discord, and he said we were talking about that clown Andrade, and he came. I said to him to come on here.
Why is Boo Boo a clown?
Cause you're a
Because he don't
clown,
fight
Marco.
nobody. What do you mean? He hasn't fought anybody. He hasn't done anything in sport. He's
He's
like Boots,
trying.
30-year-old
Not like
He's
fucking.
never tried. This is a lie,
he
Marco.
fought Benavidez. That's a dangerous ass fight.
He fought Benavidez.
He took a big paycheck to get whooped by Benavidez. Is what he did.
He didn't even get a big paycheck. He didn't even get a big paycheck. He fought Benavidez as a challenger. And there wasn't Benavidez was champ, yeah? And he
I
quit.
mean,
And he quit.
yeah, but that's a dangerous fight. Boo Boo kept calling out Canelo. Remember the whole payday thing
Oh,
was
come on,
because
Marco,
of Boo
come
Boo.
on, that's nonsense. Like, can you remember Boo Boo when he used to fight and get booed, and then he got a fight against Charlo? See, people forget this. He got a fight against Charlo, all signed, done, and then he said to the promoter who brought him up, and his manager and that says, "Nah, I didn't turn it down. I'm not ready for it." He turned it down, and he tried to sign with Rock Nation, and Rock Nation were like, "Ah, fuck that! You didn't sell a ticket. I'm not interested." So he tried to fuck the people over, Marco. That's what happened with him. People forget that. That's what happened with him. And then he fought a bunch of nabbies, and then he got to so before that he got stripped because he never defended his title, his first one. And then he went on a run of wee crack like average fighters, and then he got ordered to fight Yanni Beck. Within 15 months he got pain, and then he went up and his promoter didn't even bid on his interim title bid for the next one. Nobody's ducked him ever. He threw the least amount of punches at any world champion ever in around average of three punches around. He was boring. Look, he had all the talent in the world, but he was boring. Boring.
See, that's
And
what I'm saying, Mick. Like these young dudes, they fight like that, and then they bitch, whine, moan, and complain that they can't get the big fight, they can't get good promoters, they can't get good managers, they can't get big purses. Like, who wants to pay to see that?
can you,
Nobody.
can you, can you remember when Eddie Hearn first went to became Matchroom USA as such, and he put these cards on in New York, and they were quite stacked cards. It would be Serrano, and I'm sure Jake Paul was on one at a point, and they couldn't sell any tickets for them because
Yeah.
nobody was interested in it, and they gave all the tickets away. Well, Andrade's in and as the main event, and he's batting this like he's pinging this guy. He's well clear, and he's just never taking any risks. It's just tap 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 tap, and they've actually started to boo him, and the ref jumps in to stop the fight because he was getting booed.
No, I don't remember that.
It's like, and he was talented, really talented, but see when it came to guys who was beaten, he'd never went to knock them out. I won 98, 92. Like, nobody's interested in that,
Mm. Okay.
especially when it's no close.
Crawford will join Usyk in action films. Why not? With The Rock.
Because I'll tell you why not.
Why not?
Can he beat?
He's a soft-spoken individual. You know, he's a killer for sure. But him along like Usyk or people that just want to keep to themselves, they kind of don't have natural what Blair Cobbs has. You know, like
Right.
shines in front of a camera.
Right. I agree.
It's this. You could tell that Crawford's interviews this time around, going into the Canelo fight, sort of felt forced, like he had to be there to collect that check. And I mean, all respect to Crawford, that's his personality. But you know, when you talk about the face of boxing, you have Canelo with the country behind him, or Tank with his style of a smaller guy, and Tank brings on.
Do you want the face of boxing to be a woman beater and things like that? Come on, we're past these stages of the 90s, late 90s, late 80s. But you don't. I didn't see any issue with it being Crawford.
I think the face of boxing is changing now, especially with Turkey coming in. I think the face of boxing is big fight cards. You know, like one thing about being a UFC fan, every championship fight is for an undisputed title. So if you're a fan of the UFC, you get number 1 versus number 2.
That's not true. That's Miles. That's not true at all.
For the most part, hold on. For the most part, actually, factually, every fight is for the undisputed title.
No, that's not true.
There's only one belt.
No, there's not.
In UFC?
Tom Aspinall was fighting with belt.
Okay, with the exception of listen, with the exception of that heavyweight, Tom Aspinall, every fight.
Tony Ferguson.
Huh?
Tony Ferguson, Max Holloway.
There are
Justin Gaethje. They were all interim champions.
Do you get my point though? There's one belt. There is an interim belt when someone gets injured, but there's only one belt.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know about that interim belt shit. I don't like that. If it's really gonna be like that, they gotta strip that dude. And hey, tough shit.
No. Here's the thing.
You know the time period for a strip.
Let's say you win the belt. Let me explain it. You win a belt. You have to defend it within the 1 year. If you get injured within that 1 year mark, like there's other challengers fight for the interim. When you get back from your injury, you have to fight for the undisputed title.
How long before John Jones won his heavyweight title to Dix defended it, or to win the stripdom? How long was that? About 700 days?
You're getting away from the point. The point is that there is.
But that's usually 2 years.
Undisputed champions for every weight class.
But the undisputed belt, did they get fought for 2 years? With him.
What do you mean?
So John Jones won the title.
There's a situation in the heavyweight. There's a situation where John Jones didn't defend his belt, and he claimed that he was going to fight Tom Aspinall, a guy who had the interim belt. But John Jones is an exception because he's like the GOAT, Tom Brady. So they let him kind of like get away with these antics. So that's kind of like a really bad point to bring up. I'm trying to say there's an undisputed title for every weight class. When you fought Kazmat Chimaev versus Duplessis or DDP, that was number 1 versus number 2.
No, it was then Islam Makhachev never had a title fight. Never even had a fight in that division. It moved up.
Let me read this real quick. 5-piece. On Dayquil, THC, chicken noodle soup, gonna DoorDash ginger ale and cough drops. I blame Alberto. Wait, so you have a cold and a stomach bug? I'm confused.
So, with UFC, you can defend your title against anybody that's ranked between 1 and 10, and they decide who that is, as such.
I'm gonna come back in 1 second. You guys keep it going.
Yes, that's happened in UFC all the time. You've had titles they've put in where nobody's defending them for a long time, but that's always been the case with UFC. From start to finish, you could go in there now and there'll be people that's not defending their title for 300 and odd days. Guys
At
like
least
Conor McGregor with more than a year.
Champion is. You know who's the best in the weight class. And instead in boxing, you have
that's
different.
only in that company. They're not always the best in the world. So,
look, Fun Truck, I get what you're saying, Fun Truck, but none of that shit matters. I think it's beyond just the titles, because there are plenty of big blockbuster fights and cards in UFC that have no titles, right? Like whatever that BMF shit, like those are fun fights, but they're not really for a title. The issue is the matchmaking. And the issue is that every fighter and every manager and every promotional company, they understand that the business of it is they don't want to take risks and they only want to have a slick black fighter versus a
that's what you're talking
slow
about.
flat-footed
In boxing.
Mexican.
In
It's the
boxing.
matchmaking. Yeah, it's the matchmaking in boxing that's the problem. I
Or-
think
yeah,
that whole stuff
right.
about the titles and stuff is overblown, personally. Because
No.
who cares if there's 4 titles? Nobody would care if all 4 champions would fight each other. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
I disagree, because then you claim like Crawford is a 3-time undisputed champion, right? Never been done before.
Mm-hmm.
See, imagine that being more accessible. Let's say it would be easier to do it if there was only one champion. Do you know what I'm saying? It's hard to do it because of the
Yeah,
politics.
but undisputed only means something because there's 4 different belts to begin with. Like you're talking about an organization that has 1 belt, so naturally, of course, it's going to be undisputed. And even then, is it really undisputed? Like we're not seeing the UFC champions fighting the Bellator champions or the whatever PFL champions. Like it's just a league. It's the same thing.
And the UFC hasn't always had the best fighter in each division. So up until maybe about 2013, the UFC never had the best heavyweight in the world ever. Because you had Fedor Emelianenko, he was the champion. Then you had in Strikeforce and Dream, you had Daniel Cormier over there. You had Alistair Overeem there. So all the guys all fought in other organisations, but they were the best fighters in the world.
On the contrary, right? UFC's heavyweight division was like dog shit for the longest time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, even all the way up until they bought Strikeforce, really. And even at that, could you say they were the best? Fedor will always be said as the best, but up until that point, till Overeem came out, and then he fucked up Brock Lesnar straight away. So, for me, the UFC's a league, but that's just like saying that's a WBO belt, and Strikeforce is a WBC belt. So actually, it's worse because
Is there a difference between MMA and UFC?
Oh, I'm
Yes, so MMA is the sport. UFC is the league.
Okay, so is there only one league?
No.
There's multiple. No, there's multiple leagues.
UFC has a stranglehold. They're more.
What are the leagues?
They have the UFC has the monopoly, which is why they had like a big lawsuit and they have a big multi-million-dollar payout because they monopolized mixed martial arts.
Is the NFL the only football league? No.
Yes.
No, there's a Canadian football league. There's
okay. It's the only major one though. NBA is the only major basketball.
I think the Canadian one is pretty big too. Like
they got basketball leagues in different countries and stuff.
It's no soccer. Or football, as you call it. So football, as I call it, and soccer, as you call it. It's not exactly that, but that's
fucking soccer.
What he's saying is you get one undisputed champion in the UFC, but that's not the undisputed champion in the world. That's the undisputed champion ever who's in that company at that time. So, but then, for example, they stripped John Jones recently, but John Jones can't go and fight for another company. John Jones is still under contract until the UFC tell him whenever, and I can tell you they'll never release him for his contract. He'll always be kept because he's probably the best fighter in MMA history, and he would make loads of money going elsewhere. They just didn't. They'll just keep him, same as GSP. He was the GOAT till about 5 years ago, and he's still under contract. So, but you can't go and fight for other. So he couldn't go and fight for Dream or Strikeforce or Bellator or PFL because they would keep his contract. UFC. Whereas if you were the WBO champion, they're just not giving you any fights. You can work your right to get a WBC title, a WBA, IBF. So you're not stuck.
Is the fun truck grinding up weed? I don't know.
I really hope we get Shakur versus Teal. I think I'll be really excited for that.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to.
They're saying Barclays, Marco. You might be going to that one.
Yeah, they never approved me, so probably not. But I'll try. I'll try.
They're talking about that being 135. I can't see that.
Let me reply to that, Marco.
Mm-hmm.
The UFC is, I mean, there's in martial arts, and if you have a wrestling base along with a boxing base, you're virtually going to be walking around with the ultimate self-defense. You know,
You're cutting out a lot, Mo. Most of that story cut out. Maybe start it again.
And don't like the grappling aspects of martial arts. I mean, whenever a fight ends up on the ground, they're going to succumb to being choked out or getting, elbows to the face. So if and the discipline of wrestling and jiu-jitsu and judo is like really big outside of the United States.
Okay. Hey, you got any new sparring clips?
No, but I'm getting ready to send you some.
Oh shit. When?
Soon.
Uh-oh. You're probably gonna go all out too for the camera.
No.
I pity the fool.
I told you I'm at a whatever, but anyways, back to that comment.
Okay.
Sorry, you gonna speak or?
Mick, let's see your video of you fighting.
I don't even know seen that.
Why not?
Because it gets sparked out. I'm not showing you a video where I'm getting sparked out.
How about you just cut out the part where you get sparked out and show the rest of it? So you only have one video, and it's when you get laid out.
Aye,
Well,
that's the one video.
If I ever sparred you, I'd lay you out too. So
No, I seen the way you punched that bag.
Marco, Marco, what weight did you fight at?
Middle.
160?
65 as an amateur, 68 as a pro. But I probably could have made 6-0.
You look lean then. When I've seen, or at least the intro when you're in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't him. That was old Andrew Tate.
What?
No, that was me.
I was 18-year-old Andrew Tate.
I was in my early 20s there. 22 maybe.
How much body fat percentage did you have?
It's like 5-6%.
Damn.
Yeah. And I eat like shit. Like I eat candy bars. Like now I eat very healthy. Then I don't give a fuck. It just wouldn't stay on because I had good metabolism, but also I'm boxing. And both you guys, Mick and Fun Truck, you know how much, well, actually Mo too, all three of us, you know how much, body fat and energy that burns when you box. So, yeah. That was, I could have made middleweight though, I'm pretty sure. And I probably would have if I would have gone more serious with the pro career. I just didn't. So,
how did your first pro fight come about? Like, were you training for it, or did?
No, I took it. I lost it for that reason. I took it on a 1.5 week notice. The promoter. I was actively kind of searching, and the promoter. And then he calls me. He's like, "Yo, we had a dropout. You want to take this?" And I was sick, by the way. But
were you sick because of the fight, or like before?
No, I had a cold. Which it was like in the beginning stages of the cold, so I can't really blame it that much for the cold. But I just took it because it presented itself. It was in New York, in Queens, and it was on TV.
Oh shit.
So I was like, fuck it. So I took it. I dropped the guy. Did well. The problem is, the first round, and I was done. I was so tired. Like I drop him, I whoop his ass, and then the second round I lost just closely. Then the fourth round I didn't really have anything in me, so I was just kind of moving around doing what I can. But he didn't hurt me or drop me or anything like that. He just outworked me because I was too tired.
And were you okay? How long before after you took your second fight?
I was fighting for about 2 years. I had 5 fights total in about 2 years.
Pro fights?
Yeah. But 4 of them were smokers. So I only had 1 sanctioned pro fight. The others were smokers. Even though they looked and felt as real pro fights, but they weren't sanctioned.
Oh, well, in that case, I got hella fights. No, I'm just joking. I've done a couple smokers.
But not spar, in front of an audience. Like it's like a fight.
No, 100%.
Right. Those I won. I won all 4 of those. Because I had time, I had more time to prepare and all that.
There were more. Would you say there were more smokers back in the day than there are now?
Yes. Yeah, because now the internet, because smokers are illegal technically, so the internet will call people out now. people would be like, it brings awareness to it.
So there was an underground fight culture in New York when you were coming up.
It wasn't really underground. It's just nobody cared that it. I don't even know.
USA Boxing didn't have those regulations yet. Like if you.
Well, USA Boxing was amateur, so this would have been pro. So this would have fallen under the athletic commissions, I guess. And they're not cops. They're not going around looking for busting into like church basements. Like, are you boxing here without a license? They don't care. So, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how Aiden Ross gets away with his boxing thing that he's doing, because they're not fighting with headgear on, and it looks pretty legitimate. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a streamer who's doing he's doing celebrity fights matchups basically, and those views are getting way more than traditional boxing matches, because people are more entertained by the spectacle, drama, characters.
Right.
Does he stream in the US though? I know he is from the US, but I know that
I have no idea.
I know they were streaming from other areas as such for tax reasons.
You didn't hear that, Tio? Like, he went on Aiden Ross's fight night, and he goes, "Let me fight 8 guys in one night," or something like that. He wanted.
It's Kick, right? Fun Trick. That's the website. That's like.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too much involved in the streamer world, but I did see that Tio Fimo try to fight 8 guys in one night.
Who did?
Tio.
What boxer? And Mo, this question isn't for you. Actually, I think the only one who might not know this is Fun Truck. So, but whatever. What fighter famously fought 5 guys in one night?
I don't know.
Mick? Not you, Mo.
Muhammad?
Nope. Mick, 5 guys in one night. And I'll give you another hint. It came right after one of the biggest upsets of all time. That's the way I guess he dealt with it, with his ego.
Tyson's?
Nope. Now, these weren't pro fights. These were exhibitions, technically, so they didn't count on the record. But they were like, basically, he fought 5 guys in one night, I think 1 or 3 rounds each, maybe 2 rounds each. And he knocked all of them out except one.
What kind of Elon Musk?
You don't know, Mick? All right. Mo, come in and save these fucking clowns.
Joe
Come on,
Louis.
Mo. Save him. He's busy. The answer is George Foreman.
Muhammad, after
Ali beat him, yeah, he lost his fucking mind. He's like, I'm tough. He's just like, I'm going to prove it.
I'm not a boxing historian, so he lost to Muhammad. And where did that fight take place?
Zaire, Rumble in the Jungle.
And then did he retire after that?
No.
Foreman.
No. Foreman, remember he came back and won the heavyweight championship at 45?
I know, but did he retire?
No. He had, I want to say 4 or 5 more fights after. Yeah, he had a bunch. He retired in 79 or 80 maybe initially. Yeah. And then came back in like 87 or something like that. What's up, Shane? Appreciate you, big dog. No, not Dempsey. It's Foreman. Yeah, famously. Mo, did you know that? I'm pretty sure you did. But I thought Mick would know that since he's such a smartass, but he didn't. And it was televised. You could literally pull it up on YouTube and see him fight all 5 guys in a row.
Who would fucking fight against Foreman? Like, as an average Joe? Come
on, you wouldn't. If you were like the 5th one in, you're like, it's already been 4 of them. Maybe I have a chance now.
Hell no.
If you were 200, if you were a heavyweight yourself, maybe you would.
Yeah. I got the opportunity to spar Boo Boo when he was down in San Mateo, and I did not.
Didn't do well?
No, I did not.
Oh, why not?
Just gotten back from vacation.
Let me tell you something. Always take that opportunity, because you say it yourself. You're a little bit like me. You're doing this for a kind of a bucket list thing to say you did it, right?
Yeah.
So why not also say I sparred a fucking world champion?
Yeah.
You always, and they'll work with you. They'll work with you.
No, I know
unless you start fucking them up, in which case, good for you. Yeah. Next time that presents itself, man, I want you to take it.
For sure.
Yeah, that happened with me with Hector Camacho Jr. I wasn't in shape. They're like, I'm like, hell yeah.
And you sparred him?
Yeah. And I gave him all he could handle, because he at the time got fat. like he did some weird comeback at 165 pounds, and that's my natural weight. Him, it's not his natural weight. So I was bigger and stronger than him, but his speed was, that's the fastest puncher I've ever been in the ring with. If you go to his fucking Instagram today, you see him throwing punches. And what?
Oh, I thought there was two of me there.
There was. I don't know how that happened, but what's up?
I was going to say, I would punch your cunt in just the one of me, but imagine the two of me punching your cunt in.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Imagine getting barred off of two of me.
Do you understand what you said?
Punch fuck at you myself. Never mind me. No, mate. Never mind me. Somebody else.
I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. What?
I would punch fuck out you myself, but imagine if there was two of me.
You would punch the fuck out of me and yourself?
Yeah. No, I would punch the fuck out of you.
Okay.
But imagine there was two of me punching fuck out you.
Well, that'd just be a lot of little cute tickles coming at me. Little cute Scottish tickles.
Possibly.
You ever get dropped, Marco?
Nope. Oh, actually, once. One time. And this is so funny. This is the absolute story of the ones you don't see. I was 15. I was at Catskill, New York. I just started boxing. I started boxing at 13, but this is when I was the first time I was doing it seriously. I was in there sparring pros, no headgear. We spar with no headgear. And I was sparring this kid who threw very wide, hard, but very wide punches. Mm-hmm. So I'm against the ropes, right? I back up, I'm against the ropes, and I see him launch a looping overhand right. And I see it. And I'm like, pfft. So I move out the way, and it still hits me. I guess I just by an inch, I didn't move back far enough. And sometimes when you get hit, you just kind of see stars for a second. That's all I felt. Then my trainer jumps in. Rooney jumps in. He goes, "You okay?" I'm like, "What you mean? He just landed a shot on me. I'm fine." He goes, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, fight. So we finished sparring. Afterwards, I go to my friends. My friend's like, I'm like, "What the fuck? Why'd Kevin jump in?" He goes, "That guy dropped you." I'm like, "What you mean he dropped me?" He hit you, and apparently my knee hit the ground for a second, and I got right back up. That's what they told me. I don't remember it. All I remember is, to me, it just felt like I got hit with a good shot.
Then I would say, yeah, you got buzzed, but I wouldn't say you got dropped or put on your
No,
butt.
my knee hit the ground, so I got dropped.
Yeah.
Technically. So, but it's funny because in my brain, and this goes to why I say the chin is so psychological, I was 1,000% sure that punch is going to miss me.
Yeah.
I didn't brace nothing. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I know what you're talking about.
And he just, I guess he extended it just far enough to get me. And that's the only time I ever been down or hurt at all, I guess. How about you?
And with the body shot when I first started as well, but not, no.
I got almost dropped by a body shot once, but you play it off like it didn't, you know what I mean? And then within like 10 seconds, it goes away. But I remember thinking to myself, if he even touches me one more time in the body, I'm going to have to take a knee because it was like, oh.
That's my favorite punch, is that left hook to the body.
I like all the punches to the body. Body is very, very underutilized.
Yeah, Canelo's throwing that right hand straight to the Crawford's body pretty well. It's kind of the only punch that he was really landing on Crawford.
Mm-hmm. Click who in the link? Who are you talking to, Mick?
I disagree, Fun Truck. I think the only punches that he really was throwing and landing were the overhand right, sometimes to the head, sometimes to the solar plexus, and the left hook to the liver.
Have you rewatched the fight?
I have not. But I see highlights, and I'm like, I see the highlight videos people are putting out, and I'm like, dude, you look at this, it would make you think that Canelo was just like a moving heavy bag. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I know, but there's a couple right hands where Canelo throws it strong and it lands, and Bud sticks his tongue out.
Yeah, that kind of annoys me, but whatever. Hey Mo, did you know the Foreman answer? You weren't talking before.
I did, yes. I was fixing a customer's gas leak. Sorry.
I figured you would know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for those fucking poor Africans that he was whooping up on.
You feel bad for what?
I feel bad for those guys that just got in there to help dude blow off some steam. Poor bastards.
Wait, that brings up a good point. Something I've always been like interested in is like when you're building these fighters up, where do they find these guys to take these fights that they know that they're going to get knocked out? I.e., Berlanga's like first 20 opponents.
Nah. There's loads of fighters that'll be like 5 and 110, but they guys are important to both people there. But they get quite well paid over here.
Well paid.
You-
What's a good check to get knocked out?
For them, for 6 rounders against guys that are coming into they're coming in 4 or 6 rounds into pros, 5-6 grand a night, and they'll fight every
Or,
week.
or like Deontay Wilder, they lined up a bunch of guys that get just straight
Yeah,
up.
but those weren't like the guys
I got
that Berlanga was fighting. Those guys were at least ranked dudes, but the
Yeah,
guys that Berlanga was fighting probably weren't.
I got one for you guys. What heavyweight champion participated in the last ever limitless round fight, meaning no limit, fight until somebody quits or loses or dies? What champion did that?
Ooh. Jess Willard?
Nope.
No,
Mick?
I don't know.
You smart ass? Who you got, Mick? Nobody? Smart ass?
Joe Schmeling.
Who?
Joe
Oh,
Schmeling.
No, we talked about this. You
George
talked about it
Carlin?
before,
What'd he say?
Marco. He
What'd
said
he
Joe Schmeling. He said Joe Schmeling.
You mean Max Schmeling? No.
Aye, I don't know why I've got Joe in my head.
No, it's John L. Sullivan, first ever gloved heavyweight champion. He participated in the final limitless round fight.
In fact, Marco, I've seen you in a picture with him. You were about 2 years old on him at school.
Kiss my ass. This is so Jack Johnson fought in the final 45 round contest. 45 rounds. Like, who the fuck? I don't understand how the fans wouldn't get like, okay, I think I'm done. Like, they're there for like 6-7 hours. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah, Marco. I remember Teddy Atlas talking about that one time in his podcast. He said that back then the fighters, they would be eating snacks and shit in the corner. Like, I think he said the orthodox opinion was that the best thing to eat in the corner was like I think he said oranges. Yeah, oranges. So you get a little.
Wow.
It was like their version. It was like a crude form of Gatorade.
45 rounds would last around 3 hours.
That's wild. Did anybody notice that the fights kind of went by quick on Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposedly the UFC style.
Right, like Dana White leading up to the fight was like, it takes forever. We want to go back to back to back.
No, I don't think it was that quick. If you think yet,
there was not really like these extra long concerts or build-ups, talk shows in the middle of in between the matches.
do you think there was only 4 fights, wasn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, there was 4 fights.
Well, plus the prelims, but I will say, compared to the Riyadh card where they had Bud versus Majumov, that card did take quite some time, and it wasn't. I mean, I think they had a comparable number of fights as well. So I remember being there.
That was supposed to be the greatest night of fights, right? Because that was in Los Angeles when they had like 5 or 6 really good fights on the card.
Yes, and I remember getting there for the main card where all the big name fights were starting. If I recall correctly, those started maybe around 3 or 4, and we were there until midnight. So there was a lot of downtime between those fights. But I don't know. I kind of prefer it that way because now I have time to go to the bathroom. I got time to buy a beer. I got time to get a t-shirt.
You don't do that in between like a 12-round fight that's not interesting you, like.
Oh, you mean during a fight?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't prefer it. I like to get my bang for my buck. I'm upset that I missed the Steven Nelson fight. I was running late. And I was like, oh, this is going to go to the distance anyways. By the time I get there, it'll be like the 3rd or 4th round.
No, I don't think it's that fan-friendly, and if you're trying to attract fans, you really want to like stick to around a 3 to 5 hour target. Time target.
So people are saying it did go quick, but I didn't think it did. It came 4.5 hours for 4 fights. because that fight didn't finish till 6:30 in the morning here. The broadcast started at 2. But see the Atwama card, that went very quickly in Saudi. There was
Damn.
that was quite quickly when it was over there.
That sucks for you, Mick, that you got to watch all these fights super fucking late or early.
I work night shift, so it doesn't really bother me.
Oh.
That makes sense.
So aye.
You know, fuck, I really wish they put some prospects on the Canelo card. Like I wish they would have put like Carmel Moten or Abdul Mason, Richard Torres, anybody really that's up and coming in it, because there were a lot of people at the fight party that I was at, you know. So there was like a good introduction to boxing for them, those prospects.
Where was the fight card? I mean, where was the fight party at?
It was at a gym.
Oh.
Aye, these cards are only going to be the ones that draw people in, because the cards are crap.
I think if you put an additional like 2 or 3 really big names, it would have probably got up to like the 70 million view mark on Netflix.
Like see the Netflix thing, that doesn't really matter, because like next week, in a few weeks' time, you're getting Park and
In what?
you're going to get Parker and Wardley in a couple of weeks' time.
Are they fighting for sure?
Aye, pay-per-view. £65 for $65 for you.
No,
Crazy.
That's
we fire sticking that one, boys.
But that's pay-per-view is here to stay. That's not changing. That's going to stay because they can't afford to put the fights on any other way.
I mean, that's going to sell no pay-per-views?
Hey, just to reply to Fun Truck. You know what, man? I think this was a good experiment because they did have some really good prospects on that on the underdog card. Those are some good scraps. And I get it, like, oh, the big names, like whatever, Zaquid Moses and Carmel Moten, but like, okay, 2 guys, they didn't give these 2, like, those are the names that I keep hearing. I
can name 15 more guys that would have been more.
Well, no, I'm sure, but I'm just like, okay, who the fuck is Carmel Moten that I should give a shit whether they put him? Like, is he any better or more of a prospect? AB. I don't give a shit. Fuck AB. He's drunk as fuck. Is he any more important than Jalil Hackett? Like, I haven't heard anybody praise Jalil Hackett for going out there and stopping that dude when the whole world threw this motherfucker away. Like, I'm happy they gave him a shot. They were supposed to get Yo-Yo Hernandez until his opponent, I think, dropped out. So they tried. I mean, they tried. Look what they had. They were supposed to have Jarrell Miller on that underdog card.
Even the days before, leading up to the fight, they didn't have anybody notable on the day the card before, on Thursday or Wednesday.
Yeah, but listen to what you're saying though. You're saying, oh, we should give these prospects, these upstarts, a shot. Listen, but all the guys that you're naming are like big names.
You want to build
like those guys are names.
You want to build the excitement toward the weekend. I brought this point up before. When you have, let me finish. When you have Tank and Benavidez fighting on the same night, you have 2 superstars that you can look forward to watching to fight. If one fight doesn't live up, then you have another one to look forward to.
It was about, so my Netflix will cost me currently like $9 for the month, and we're complaining about 3 nights of fights.
Say what?
Like for my Netflix, it costs about $9 for the month.
Oh yeah.
Why?
We could do the raffle, CJ.
Marco, historian, give me an example back in the day where there was 2 superstars on the same night.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one right off the top of my head.
That rematch card was that?
Don King would have
no, there were tons of cards like that. I'll give you one right now. Larry Holmes defended Larry Holmes and Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was the co-main, and they sold out fucking Madison Square Garden.
Fire.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly, and they sold out Madison Square Garden. Like, are you kidding me? And I remember reading. I remember reading the journalism around that. The journalists were like, "Bro, nobody gave a fuck about Larry Holmes. They all came and showed up to see Roberto Duran."
But some people did care about Larry Holmes, right?
Yeah.
No, definitely. I'm just saying, like, he was the co-main and he was the big star at that time. You know what I mean? He wasn't tripping about being on the undercard because he's the man. What the
Who
fuck
was
does
on
he
the
care?
other card? Tank or Benavidez? I mean, the co-main rather, when they fought on the same night.
Oh, Benavidez, of course, bro. What do you mean? It's the House of Black Fighters.
That's
we
the night
can't promote a Mexican.
He fought Frank Martin.
Oh, come on, man. Recently, like, I get they're all right, but they're no huge stars. Can't possibly, but and Benavidez might get there, but we're only talking like the elite staff.
Here's
They're
another
not
one.
pay-per-view stars. It's not like having
Recently,
Floyd Mayweather on one night and having Manny Pacquiao on the same night.
Floyd Schofield was the first fight on the card, and like I was mainly looking forward to that fight against Tevin Farmer than I was for a lot of the other fights.
Well, what were the rest of the fights on that card? I forget. Was that the Duarte Sims card? No.
No,
that was Jake Paul.
On
it was
that
Jake
night,
Paul
though.
versus Tyson, I think. Or Jake versus...
No, Schofield didn't fight Tevin Farmer on Jake Paul's card.
He did. He fought him outside of his...
Oh, no. Oh, Cesar Chavez Jr.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Cesar Chavez Jr. Well, Jesus Christ. I mean, fucking Jake Paul. Yeah, me too. You wouldn't have to fucking boxing fans in the world wanted to see that before they wanted to see Jake Paul.
Yeah. But you see how like there's like that fight of the night that fans are looking forward to. If you just sprinkle in a couple of those not hard to make notable names, good matchups, you can rise the card and the weekend up more.
But how much do you think Tevin Farmer was making that fight? Like, there's only so much fights you can put on with the pay-per-view, eh?
Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer. That fight really surprised the shit out of me. Did not think he was going to smoke him in the first round like that.
Yeah, that quickly.
I feel bad a little bit for Tevin Farmer.
Like, see, these kind of fights, they would be on possibly the very start of a pay-per-view card or the last prelim before a pay-per-view card. But now you're going to get one decent fight, and it's going to pay that much money that nobody else is going to get a fight. I've got a fear when Turkey goes, and you're going to have all these fighters that are washed up and nothing to fight.
Well, they're gonna have to drop their price, right? They got to suppress wages some way. That's the only way a league will work.
True. Big up, Jersey Aiden. Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you.
You know what? I'll shout out to Turkey because I had assumed that the quote unquote the underdog card would have been like on some pro box level type of talent. It actually wasn't, man. It was actually kind of like a step higher. I was really impressed by the work that some of these guys were doing. Some of the guys they had in there were actually like really polished. They weren't just ham and eggers. They've guys that they've pulled off of the street to just throw in there and rock 'em, sock 'em robots. I was really impressed with the matchmaking for that card.
Yeah, that was a good card.
There were like some young Mexican kids. I think they had like 5-0 and 6-0, and they were actually really impressive and polished. Like they weren't just rock 'em, sock 'em, flat-footed Mexican types. Like they were in there boxing. It was really good.
This next generation of amateurs that are coming up through USA Boxing are going to be like T.O. and Shakur times 2. I mean, you have this rise in popularity in boxing because of Jake Paul, and just the sport itself is like becoming bigger than ever. When I go to these amateur shows, these 12-year-olds have all the swag as a 26-year-old prime professional fighter. They're doing the same movements, and they're 12, fighting really good competition. I'm seeing it, like I'm telling you guys, this next wave is going to be very, very good.
Sorry, you go, Marco.
Clarissa, I'd love to do that, but how do I do that? Just like forward it to him?
Yeah, because you have Go ahead.
Marco.
Yeah. What's up? Hello?
I'm answering you said, how am I supposed to do that? And I says, well, tag them in it. Tag them when you post it, no?
Oh, yeah. Well, Cameron has liked some of my shit before, so he's seen it.
Well, they definitely know who you are, Marco.
Yeah, I mean, he does for sure because he's liked my videos. But
Just
would he
send
use them
DM
is
him
a
it.
whole different story.
DM him it. I'll get send him an AB video. Take
I
that.
mean, they don't get my DMs. If somebody
Yeah,
doesn't,
that shit probably ends up in the spam folder, bro. They
right,
probably get DMs all the time.
right,
You could send it to him and say, Adrian Broner was on Cam and Mate show, and then just show my Dan and look coming out. Goes through there. Adrian Broner
Oh, that's pretty fucking smart. Yeah.
which one?
Everybody's talking. You should do a reaction to that Adrian Broner thing and tag him in and be like, yo, I could see you on there, Marco. You know, I could see you on there. They could go to you, throw it to you for boxing takes and boxing
Yeah, I
news.
would do that. Of course, I'll do that in a second.
Do you know what I think where you could improve it though, Marco?
What?
See when you get all these comments on it, you never reply to anybody though. You just like everything. End the
Me?
conversation. Yeah.
Why am I
If you
supposed to
have
reply to all of them?
well, you want to keep people coming back. Yeah, start. The more you comment on it, and the more people see there's comments on it, the more chance somebody's going to come back and reply to your stuff. So see if I was on somebody's page and they never replied to anybody, I wouldn't comment on their thing or like it.
Really?
Aye, what's the point?
So you can get interactions with all the other people there.
I've already seen it. It only benefits you if I comment on it then, yeah, or like it.
You guys agree? You think I should comment on everything?
No, I wouldn't say everything, but
Oh, a lot of things?
see if there's guys that are writing it or whatever they're writing on, they're probably commenting something like me immediately asking a question. If there's never a reply, then I don't think I would. If I was commenting people's stuff and there was never a reply or something, I wouldn't bother commenting on it again.
Yeah, Marco, you got to remember that what drives your post and makes it show up more in people's feeds and like on their Discover is engagement. So like I know I always see like influencers, like big influencers, they'll post like a story and they'll post like, oh, what do you think of this fight? And you have people like put in the reply or whatever. Even if you're not reading it or anything, it just gets people to engage with your profile. So that like boosts your engagement. And it's the same thing with the posts, you know? So if somebody says something that you think is dumb or you agree with, it'd be like, yeah, I agree with that. Or like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Because that just it increases the engagement. You know, that's what it makes it saying. The more people that are looking at the video, liking it, reposting it, sending it, and commenting on it, that's gonna make it. It's like with the algorithm, it's like snowball effect.
Right.
So it starts really small, and then if people keep engaging with it, it starts multiplying and multiplying. You know, it's a social media is like a very like the rich get richer type of thing. You know, because the more engagement you already get, the easier it is for you to get more and more and more.
See, so what I would say, see your TikTok ones you put up. I know it might be hard to add a wee bit in or take a bit out. See if you say comment below for whatever one you want next. Loads of people will comment on it, and then you could you can actually click on their comment, and they might cover a comment and say what else, what other fights do they have, and you might already have a video done for. Say if it was like Roy Jones, you've probably got numerous Roy Jones videos, so you can just when they comment you've got any Roy Jones videos, you can click their one and then post it again in the comments, but it becomes another video, and then they click on it, and it is the algorithm way. But if you just put it on it, and everybody just comments and likes, and then there's no other interaction. As somebody that was viewing that content, I don't think there's no point in asking a question, and never getting answered. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Well,
but you did get loads more on Instagram. I've noticed than what you would on TikTok or whatever.
what's doing what?
You get loads more
What'd you
comments.
say?
What's that? Sorry.
Well, I didn't understand the last thing you said.
You get more comments and likes on Instagram, but I think you would get more on TikTok if you were more actively replying and things like that.
Okay. Maybe you're right. Yeah, because I get a lot of comments. It's kind of hard to reply to everything.
No, I would just say a few.
Yeah. Do most people, like a lot of people don't reply, right? Or do most people reply?
No, I don't see a lot of people replying, but like let's say you post it, right? As soon as you post it, you're gonna get people liking it and commenting and stuff. So like
Right.
maybe you just do like just chill for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then just see if something sparks your interest or you agree with something, you just comment and like be like, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about this? You know what I mean?
What if nothing sparks
Even
my
the slightest bit of interaction, you know? I think that's what Mick's saying. It's just that you got to breadcrumb, you know, not to be sound shrewd, but you want to like breadcrumb people to engage with your post more. Like I'm sure most of the people who flipped out on you for that Canelo Crawford clip, or they probably thought you were fucking like you were rage baiting, like this is like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
they
you're
did.
engagement farming. I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
people
did.
said that, right? Yeah, there you go.
Or they just think like, oh, we could tell you're a Canelo fan, or we could tell you hate Bud.
What's
Marco,
funny about that though, Marco?
What's up?
Sorry.
Doesn't seem like you were too impressed by Crawford.
Yeah, I wouldn't say super impressed. He got the job done.
Oh my God, Alberto.
What? What's so funny?
I think he's reacting to something in the chat.
See the guy used to was just standing in the ring. Nobody know who he was at the Crawford Canelo card.
Oh, that guy with that funky ass outfit. Yeah.
I kept tagging Alberto, saying, Alberto, Turkey keeps putting footies up in you.
Oh, he wishes.
I said, is that you, Alberto? And then that's him asking, I'm not the guy with the Cuban hat.
I don't know if you saw that, Marco, but there was somebody, one of Canelo's hanger-ons was in the ring afterwards, and he was wearing like some funky ass, like rhinestone looking, like it was like some weird Canadian tuxedo type of outfit, and he went viral because like nobody knows the fuck. Like he was just standing there in the corner being a fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying? So people are like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
So what's funny about that was I sent that to Alberto about the day before in the Discord, and then the next fucking day, Turkey's put a picture that said, "Who the fuck is this guy? The guy with the hat on."
Hey, Turkey fucking does his skits and bits, bro. He does his little memes. He put a meme reaction to that to the AI judge scorecard. He put that what's the name of that ref that's kind of like cockeyed? He got those chameleon eyes.
Oh, I know who you're on about.
Yeah, and he put that.
Brilliant.
He responded to his own AI judge. It's like, okay, dude, it's literally your AI judge. So
Yeah. Aye, Alberto, that's funny. That's brilliant. Nah.
I'm gonna glaze Turkey a little bit. Like, if it wasn't for Turkey, this guy, we would not have these major events and fights, super fights happening. Even the thought of Shakur and Teo would not be a possibility if it wasn't for the money that Turkey.
oh, without a doubt. And I think all the stagnation we're seeing at 154 is all because all four of those guys are holding out because they want Turkey to make that fight. I mean, we sure know Boots was. He asked for 2 tune-ups and then a big fight.
That's
like
crazy. How many?
I know, bro. Like, damn, motherfucker, you want him to give you what he's got in his wallet too? Like, fuck, that's a crazy ask. Like, meanwhile, Canelo over here, Canelo had to chase Skull around for 36 fucking minutes just so he could get his 100 million. Like, and he has to go through people saying that he fucking lost that fight. Crazy. But Marco, I agree with you. I was kind of disappointed in Crawford with that performance. That's not the Crawford that I know. The Crawford that I know is what we were saying the whole time. He's a fucking dog. He's gonna take it to him, and he's gonna give it to Canelo.
He didn't step to Canelo except for that 9th round and 12th.
Exactly, and he should have. I think he should have. I think
here's the thing. I don't think he could have.
You think so, man? I don't know. I think he ate enough punches where it's like it was pretty obvious he could take it.
Well, when have you seen Crawford really circle on the back foot like that?
Only with Madrimov, I think.
No, there was a lot of times where we can say that like he avoided and kind of led Canelo into this position where he wanted him to, but a lot of time he moved out real fast. He was avoiding any exchanges.
Yeah, but I mean, like you okay, you can't tell me that, like you said earlier, you take a right hand, which is this dude's Sunday punch, and then you stick your tongue out at him. So I'm supposed to believe that you are not confident in your ability to step to this dude. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, or maybe, you know, they used to say that too. It's like when a fighter gets hit and he shakes his head, he's bullshitting. He's actually buzzed and he's just trying to save face. I don't know. But all I know is that the Crawford that I know that made me a fan does not fight like that.
Skips real quick. The final count for you two is CJ has 87. You have 75. So CJ is 12 raffle tickets ahead of you, Skips, which is still very likely that you could win. But that's the final count there. He's been typing 100K at Cornhuskers Stadium every day on the... What's Cornhuskers? Yeah, I wasn't super impressed by Crawford, but I don't know, because he just showed high boxing IQ and skill. For me to be super impressed, that usually has to be accompanied with some kind of explosive power, speed, something. I don't know.
So Marco, I want your... Oh, go ahead, Fun Truck. Go ahead.
You can say that you could admire Crawford for his masterclass performance. Like, he needed to do that exactly what he did on Saturday to a T in order to beat Canelo 7-5 without any controversy. But it's not the most exciting, nor is it like Bud, and I wouldn't want to watch that again.
Me neither. Appreciate you, CJ. You're the man. Me neither.
I was going to ask you, Marco, what Bud performance did you find more impressive? The Majumov one or this one?
This one. By far. I thought he arguably lost to Majumov. He didn't get hit nearly as much in this fight.
Really? That's wild to me. I thought he on the opposite. I thought he got hit way more in this fight.
Bud?
I thought that one. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
I saw Canelo landing a lot of overhand rights, like I said, to the head and around the guard and to the solar plexus.
Let's see.
And left hooks to the body.
Isn't that so interesting how we all have different perspectives?
Total punches.
I thought that
landed on.
That Madrimov landed more and arguably won. You know. So.
Now this is the thing, though. This is the thing, Fun Truck. For me, he landed more. But it was the way he landed. Like, they were glancing shots or like barely landing shots. Whereas Canelo was pegging him.
Canelo landed 99. Okay? Total. 99 he landed. And Madrimov landed 84. So Canelo landed more. Not by a lot. But he landed more.
But that's what I'm saying. So I feel like I'm being gaslit by the whole boxing world when I say these things, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like that? I left that fight like thinking, "Am I being punked?" Like, well, like I saw what I saw. I thought his fight with Majumov was more impressive, but that's just me.
Marco, go and scroll up a bit. You missed the top bit.
What?
Go and see if you go onto where the first chat GPT answer is, and you scroll up the way it tells it's 115 to something. Yeah. Keep going up.
What do you want?
It's not on the screen. Go up a wee bit more. There you go. There's a total punches landed.
Yeah, we already did that. 115.99. So Canelo landed 99.
Yeah.
But and Madrimov landed 84.
I never seen the second one was Majumov. Sorry.
Yeah. So Canelo landed more by what? Almost 15 punches more. 15 punches more actually on the button.
I've sent a link into the wee chat. Marco, can you put that up?
Okay, Mac.
For us.
Cheers, you fucking cunt.
You're very welcome.
All right. This is who Alberto is. This is Alberto.
This is Alberto.
That looks
Oh,
like.
that's Alberto.
Oh wait, is this? First of all, it looks like Vinny Pazienza, but it's not. This is.
That's it. That's
Look at
it.
this guy. This guy Mexican?
I don't know. Need to know who he is. That
Is
was
he
perfect
Mexican?
for that.
Mo?
That looks like a Mexican outfit to me, bro. I've never seen a dude rolling with black guys dressed like that.
Alberto.
Wait, who was this guy with? Was he with Crawford or Canelo?
I'm pretty sure he's with Canelo, bro.
Nobody. That's why Turkey's asking, who is this guy?
Who
Yeah,
is this?
that dude's here on a visa for sure. That's all I'll say.
I've been saying that to Alberto for about a
This
day
is
before.
a rapper, producer, Diplo. Is that a joke?
No, that's not Diplo. Fuck no. It's not Diplo.
Eddie Guerrero? Who's Eddie Guerrero? Is that a joke?
Eddie Guerrero, yes. Eddie Guerrero
Holy fuck, Marco.
is a Mexican wrestler. Yes.
It was deed.
I'm trying to see if anybody answered it here. Nobody's really answering it.
I think he was just one of Canelo's hanger-ons, bro. He was probably his towel boy or some shit.
Yeah, but you would think somebody would have identified him by now.
Have you ever seen the guy that's got the best jab in the world, Marco?
What's that?
You ever seen the guy who's got the best jab in the world?
No.
Ramrod.
No, the guy with the best job.
I heard
Jab,
jab.
aye.
I heard jab. I'm like, Holmes?
Aye.
No, who?
Harry Shipman is his name. Harold Shipman.
Tracy Chapman?
Harry Shipman.
How would I know?
Harold
Harry
H-A-R.
Shipman.
Great job.
Making my way downtown. Ain't he the COO of the Ring Magazine? Oh, is that guy? Schaefer, whatever his name is? But he doesn't look like that.
Oh.
That guy dresses like an asshole.
Hey, it was hot as fuck.
Fedora?
I can't imagine that guy showed up like that. I was like,
Yeah,
dude.
this guy right here, Rick Reno. Let's see. That's who it is, I
That's not
believe.
Rick Reno either.
Let's see.
You're talking
And he
about
dresses
Rick
like an
Reno.
idiot. Yeah, this might be him. Yup. Hold on. That's what I thought it was, but in that picture, he just looks so Mexican. Rick Reno. That's him right there, isn't it?
To the right with the hat on.
Yup. Yeah, that's him, Rick Reno. That's the same
that's
outfit, too.
definitely him.
That's the same outfit, yeah. So it's this guy.
Damn.
He looks like this. He dresses really.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, look at
So
him.
Turkey clowning on one of his employees, that's fucked up.
There he is.
Oh, he specifically hired him to build the TKO brand.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because he brought up the Ring to take over the Ring magazine, I believe. One of those two things.
Oh, so that was his idea. Wow. Okay. Damn.
Turkey brought him along because what did he do before, Marco?
What?
That guy that you just brought up.
I don't know.
He started or was part of Top Rank. I can't remember.
Jackie's a savage. Sorry, Jackie, you're a savage.
What'd you say, Fun Truck?
Here, I'll look up what he did before and why Turkey brought him on to.
Was he like in music or something?
What fight are you looking forward to next, Marco?
Explain the badge.
Great question. What do we got coming up?
Devin, Brian Norman.
That. What
And
else we got?
Not really.
Well, that's a ways away. So we have Boots Lima, nobody cares about, and then Ortiz versus Lubin, which everybody's pretending that they care about that fight.
Okay.
I think that's kind of it as far as big names. I can't think of. We're supposed to have Tank Jake Paul, right? But that's might not happen.
So Kubrat Pulev, Michael Hunter. No, I don't give a shit.
Parker Wardley. We just talked about that.
Oh, Thurman's Fundora. That's exciting.
Yes.
Eubank, Connor Ben.
That's the one you were putting your link up for, Marco, wasn't it?
That's what?
That was one you were putting your DAZN pay-per-view link up for.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I need his own fight. I'm doing that.
Parker, I'm sure you'll get loads of clicks.
Okay, Rick Reno was the founder of BoxingTeam.com.
Chris Eubank Jr. versus Connor Ben. Benavidez Yard. Pitbull versus Lamont Roach.
Well,
All right.
Pitbull Lamont Roach isn't that supposed to be in December? That's a ways away.
Yeah, I just looked up fights coming up in the next few months.
I'd be shocked if that fight happens. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
Why not?
It just, I don't know, something about it just doesn't seem right. Like, okay, this guy's gonna jump up to 135 and then immediately jump up to 140, but he's supposed to be waiting for Tank to get a rematch, so he's gonna suck himself down to 135. I don't know. To me, it reads like a play. Like, hey guys, if you don't do it now, I'm gonna go fight Pitbull. Look.
Yeah, I don't know. Bud kind of proved my point wrong, but I think fighters should be more active. I don't like to see fighters stay out longer than a year at a time, especially in their prime. So you got to have Lamont fight again. So
yeah, I agree. But arguably it's not his prime anymore.
Who's?
Well, Bud's. I guess it is because he looks like he's in his prime, but he's 30-7. Like it's a long prime.
In that aspect, it did surprise me how good he did look against Canelo, given he's 38.
37 still, I believe, but close enough.
Yeah, and if he waits another year and a half before he fights again, he'll be close to 40, like 30, 38 and a half or 39.
Hey, he's still got the remnants of this cycle. He should run it as soon as possible. We don't need him to go through another cycle.
Gotcha. It's a combination of him just being very disciplined and not drinking and smoking.
Oh, that's definitely part of it.
Bernard Hopkins style, like where he can box into his 50s.
I don't know if he'll do that, but
I don't know if he'll do that either, but that sort of mentality you can see. He's got a good body and discipline.
Yeah, his discipline's crazy. That's a fact.
Yeah, to me, it's more about the chip on his shoulder. I think that's the only reason why he wouldn't retire now. Otherwise, like, why not go out on top like Hagler? Like, fuck you guys. The whole sport world,
Well, Hagler, who knows if Hagler would have retired if he didn't get robbed in his eyes?
Well, according to his trainers, he was going to retire after Mugabe. No. He was going to retire before Mugabe, and then they talked him into it because they were like, "Come on, man, he's coming up. Whatever, 26 knockouts. Who gives a shit? You got this. Like, you can just give you one big payday, and you're done." And then they talked him into it, and then he was like, "All right, I think I'm done." And then they got the call from fucking Leonard.
Well, he was going to rematch Leonard. There's a famous video. You ever see it of them face to face with each other at one of the fights?
Yes.
And he's like, "Why don't you handle this, and then we can get it on next." And then Hagler goes, "I don't need a tune-up." And Leonard laughs, goes, "Well, I do." And then they never fought, obviously.
Yeah, I've always heard the different story that Leonard didn't want the Hagler wanted the rematch, and then Leonard was like, "No, I'm retired." And then when Hagler retired, then Leonard was like, he was playing games with him, A-side, B-side shit. He probably started it all, to be honest.
So back to the question, who are you? Which matchup are you looking forward to next?
Probably Norman and Haney, and also Fundora and Thurman.
Oh,
yeah. You guys? I'll be right back, but you guys tell me what are you guys looking forward to next?
I like Norman. I think he's decent. He'll be good to watch, but I'm not a big Haney fan.
Isn't it a little ironic that Devin Haney's bringing up Brian Norman's muscles, like when Devin's going to be the weight bully again in this fight? If he's growing into his man body,
Haney's supposed to be quite a big guy. No, Norman, and a big puncher. But he's maybe too flat-footed.
I'm looking forward to Fundora and Thurman. I think Thurman is good enough to close the gap and chop that tree down.
I agree, dude. I think.
But it's going to be hard.
There's too much hype around.
Yeah, I mean, Fundora throws those boxing combinations from length that's hard to get through. But if he results to fighting in the pocket or how he got knocked out, I think Thurman can do that. Thurman is an elite fighter, in my opinion.
See, I think
Manny Pacquiao's that good.
I think we're really, really, really going to get a Bud Crawford MMA fight.
No, I don't want to see that. He'll get smoked. He's got like fucking half a wrestling season under his belt. He's not a wrestler.
He's only a trainer at Ohio State. One of the
What?
best wrestling universities in the country.
Who?
Aye, he works for Ohio State, Crawford.
He wrestled
know
for
that?
Ohio State.
The fuck he did. He wrestled when he was like 12 years old, man.
No, he
He-
works in the university. He trains in the university, Crawford.
Why would he go to Ohio if he's from Nebraska? Nebraska has a wrestling there.
Oh, sorry, maybe no Ohio. I maybe got it wrong. Omaha, maybe.
No, Nebraska University. That's where the wrestling team is.
Well,
I don't
that's
think so.
wrong.
Bro. I think you're wrong.
No, it does. I'm telling you, it does. He openly says that.
Pull it up anywhere and please cite any source.
Well, I'll give you one. So, he's always kind of denied this was going to ever happen. But his big mouth, the person who goes about and says a load of things, for him is
Who has a big mouth?
Shakur. I know Shakur's gone about telling him that he will beat him. He will beat Elliot Topuria in a MMA fight.
Elliot who?
Topuria. He's saying that
Fuck
Crawford
is
will
that?
beat him. No, he's gone round all the interviews. That's what it is. But he certainly works for the university.
So he's saying he'll beat an MMA fighter in an MMA fight?
Yes.
I don't know why they would go backwards when you would make more money in boxing.
You
That's
sure he
just
said that?
stupid.
I don't believe it.
And
That's it.
any boxer would get smoked in the UFC, even Crawford. Crawford would
Absolutely.
lose to the top 100 ranked MMA fighter.
Yeah, I agree.
Fun trick. I recall at the press conference, one of the journalists asked specifically Dana White about that, and they were like, "What do you think of doing this in the future?" And he got all fucking pissy about it. So I don't think he'd let that happen.
James
Yes.
Toney got fucking wrecked by Randy Couture.
Yeah, but
But you
what's
don't-
his face?
this is
Ray
a
Mercer
totally
knocked
different
out
thing.
somebody. I forget who it was. People always forget about that one. Ray Mercer knocked somebody out cold.
Ray Mercer knocks out Tim Sylvia.
Let me see.
But-
Was it Tim Silva?
Tim Sylvia. Crawford,
Yeah,
but see,
and Marco, to that point, let me give you something. Artem Lobov beat Paulie Malignaggi, former world champion, in bare knuckle boxing.
and that's completely different as well, though. That's not even the same as boxing. So
Was Tim Silva a good fighter?
Tim Sylvia was a UFC heavyweight champion, but the heavyweight wasn't. Heavyweight in UFC was not until about 2013.
He's a roid
But-
guy too.
He's done it, honestly. If you didn't think Crawford can go there and win, because the money he's on, there's no fight there for him unless he fights Canelo again. And he's
Or
only got
Benavidez.
2 fights left. He's not going to fight Benavidez. And Benavidez and Crawford couldn't sell enough money to pay Crawford and Benavidez and sell tickets and pay-per-view. It's just not going to work.
What's up, Yayan?
Yeah, I know my mum.
Why you so quiet, punk? Bitch ass motherfucker. All right, well, whatever.
Well, I mean, you got Yayan saying he should go back down to 160 and fight Janabek. That's a fucking snooze fest. Nobody wants to see that shit. Well, I want to see him defend those titles, man. What the fuck?
Who should go back down?
Bud. That's what his protectors are saying. He should go down and
not?
fight smaller guys.
Why not?
I want to see him fight the winner of Fundora and Thurman.
He's not.
Hey.
Here's what Bud should do. If Bud wants to be the greatest fighter who ever lived in history, win the 60-pound title and then win the light heavyweight title, then retire. Two more fights.
Marco.
2 more fights, then retire. Then fuck it. He won't be ahead of Roy because he didn't look as good as Roy did. No, he won't be. He won't be because he
That's
didn't
what
have
I'm saying, bro.
the skills Roy did. But he'll be right next to Roy if he
Right
could
now,
do that.
he's not- right
For the
now,
money
not ahead
he's
of Roy.
getting, there's only a certain amount of people he can fight.
Yeah, he could fight 160-pounder and maybe a 75-pounder.
Who's paying him 50 million to fight a 160-pounder?
He doesn't really need I think for him, it's about legacy at this point.
He's on a set amount of money, and it's
Not
set.
money.
And
for the
Turkey
full
loves
contract.
him, Mick. Turkey loves him like Yayan loves Broner.
Aye, there's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Turkey loves
None of
him
this happens.
Like Yayan loves
None of this-
pregnant white women.
Exactly. None of this happens if Turkey isn't, in love with fucking Bud. None of this.
Right. So since he does love him, he'll fucking make it rain.
No, I can't. There's only like even with Canelo. At least he's a big, huge name that sells. Crawford just doesn't sell, and he doesn't sell tickets. So putting him in with Yannick, where are you going to put that?
Yayan be exposing himself.
Yeah, that sounded pretty fruity. He wants to pack me out. You know, when we were coming up, pack you out, man. It did, for real. I don't know. It's probably morphed into a different meaning with you young guys, but he ain't packing me out, fruitcake. R. Hayes. Yeah, I mean, I think if Bud could do that, we got pound for pound greatest ever.
You don't
What's
have
happening, Marco?
Roy Jones right now?
Say again?
Do you have Bud above Roy Jones?
Oh, you can't be that new to the channel. Roy's the greatest fighter who's ever lived. Nobody comes near him in his prime.
But career-wise.
Well, no, prime, because obviously he had a bunch of losses.
What's happening? Is my mic working?
Oh, shit!
Oh, God, I gotta head out.
Take over.
You taking off? I have fun truck.
Oh, here's my Scottish
What's
mate.
happening, mate? What's happening,
All right,
my
my
man?
man.
Oh, yeah, this guy sounds like a more calmer, more pronunciation version of you, Mick. I like it.
So you think I've got an accent? I didn't really have an accent. My man here's going to show you an accent where he
No.
speaks normally.
Yeah,
I didn't have an accent.
I heard you was talking about Terence Crawford and MMA and that, and somebody was trying to say fucking about Artem Lobov and Paulie Malignaggi. Well, you know what you should go and watch? Go and watch Lobov versus fucking Berenchik. See the 135 fighter that fought Keyshawn for the world title? Look what he done to Lobov and bare knuckle, mate. 1 round, smashed his full face up.
Yeah, Mick, this guy is way more understandable than you. I don't know. Where's Mick from, R. Hayes? Is Mick from like a redneck part of Scotland? Is that why he has that?
Mate, it's not too far from me, mate. It's just Scotland's got a lot of different accents, so...
But where Mick is from, is it like the rednecks?
Not really, mate.
Right
Like, I could drive to Mix in like 30 minutes or something like that, mate, from where he says he lives. It's not far away.
See, it's that.
I
actually didn't have I have an in-betweener accent. So I'm between him and Edinburgh. He's in Glasgow, and it's about 20 minutes to Edinburgh for me, and about 30 minutes to him. But the people in Edinburgh have a completely different accent to me.
Yeah, so Edinburgh is like the city, right?
Yeah.
So it's what I'm saying. He sounds more like a city guy, and you're more like a country guy. That's how we see it in the US.
Nah, I'm in the centre of Scotland. I'm actually right in the middle.
Aye, both of us are. Like, we're honestly not far away, mate.
Well, maybe Mick just has marbles in his mouth. I don't know.
That's just the Glasgow accent. It's a bit. I speak probably too quickly, but people where I am just didn't have. There isn't really an accent for me, but you can tell Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dundee, Falkirk, Aberdeen. They're all completely different.
Right.
Like massively different.
Like Scotland's a small country, but there's so many different accents in it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, England has different accents too, but maybe not like
exactly, mate. Like, listen to the Scouse accent, then you go to London. It's only like 3 hours distance away, but it's like night and day.
Yeah, and there's certain Brits who sound like you guys a little. I forget where they'd be from, but it's a Scottish influence that I hear in certain people.
Maybe Newcastle, like Geordie accent or something like that.
That's about right.
Man.
You guys know each other in real life or no?
No, mate. I've just heard Mick phone into the boxing voice and that.
Oh, okay.
They're Scottish, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I was actually getting a Ness grief for Andrade yesterday. Then as I'm on the call to Ness, Andrade phones in, and then that's where it went. And then my man came on behind him. And he's like, "Andrade's fucking pissed. He's never fought anybody. He's ducked everybody." And Ness like, "No."
Did you see that, Marco? When Andre called yesterday, he fucking crashed out on Nestor. He was like, fuck.
Oh, he crashed out on Ness specifically?
Oh, bro.
What happened? I didn't see it.
So Tip called in saying that Bud should, everybody was saying, me included, Bud should fight Benavidez. He's like, oh, nobody wants to see that. Bud needs to fight fucking Andre. And Ness was like, what the fuck? This dude's done nothing. Well, nobody wants to see that fight. It'd be boring as fuck. And then I guess dude heard or somebody sent it to him. And then
No,
he called in and fucking crashed out on Ness.
So
About
no,
wait.
and he
Wait.
was in the comments and saying about Andrade, and I phoned up Ness to say I went on his phone on the phone saying Andrade's fucking pish. Like he ducked all the fights and that, and the next thing Ness says Andrade's phoning me. So I was actually on a call when he phoned into Ness talking about him. That's how
That's
much
crazy.
I live
I
right
didn't
through
even
in
hear
that
your
scene.
call to mate. I came on and Andrade was just talking absolute shite, mate, and no joke, I'd literally just seen an interview with him before that, and he was basically acting like Canelo's ducking him and all this, and he'd knock Canelo out and that. You're like, mate, get a rest, man.
I'm telling
Honestly.
you, he is paying drug addicts to phone into these fucking places and post on thingies because all you see is Andrade everywhere. But it's like guys that have never seen Andrade in their life. They've got about 30 followers, and it's like Andrade's the best fighter ever. I was on a live this morning at Rapstar, and this guy was phoning in, and I just lost the fuck. Oh, I lost the plot. I was roaring and shouting. He's fuck it. Oh, and you're fucking junkie bastard.
Listen, guys, I gotta get my daughter. I'm sorry to cut this short. I just realized.
Oh
I gotta
my
get
god.
I'll be on. Hey,
You can't be on Andrade's payroll and all.
Hayes, come back tonight. I'll be live at 10.
Right, no worries, mate. I'll catch
All
you
right, guys.
later.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Later.
10's a different.